What's up with you guys?
Thank you. I'm going to do a screen share. I'm going to attempt to. Anyway, there we go. So I just put together a little information to share with you guys what's been going on. If you don't know, we are a father-daughter team, and we sell printing and promotional products. So that's ink on paper and logos on various things. And I, earlier this year, became a mom to twins, and if they wake up before the meeting's over, they might come say hi. So we wanted to talk a little bit today about how COVID has impacted our business and the way our industry has adapted to the changes in this world that we're having right now. From a business perspective, it's definitely impacted us. Like, I think it's impacted most, if not all of you guys. We've definitely seen some of our projects get put on hold or canceled because our customers just can't operate the way they normally do. But we've also had new opportunities that have come about as a result of adapting to COVID. So that's been interesting. In terms of our industry, obviously they've, stepped up with products that can help, such as branded face masks and related PPE. These are a few of the options that we have right now from our vendors. There's tons, honestly, out there. Some of these other items on the right-hand side, I like to call mask adjacent. So, it's taking the idea of a lanyard and using it to hold your mask so when it's not on your face, it's conveniently hanging on your neck. The ear keepers so that the elastic isn't pulling on your ears all day if you have to wear it for a long time. And then, other items, hand sanitizer. I remember back in March, it was selling out faster than I could get orders submitted to our vendors. But supply finally seems to have caught up to demand, so we can usually get hand sanitizers now. And just other tools that make navigating the world right now a little easier for people. And so it's just nice ways to get your branding out there with obviously highly useful items right now. A lot of our vendors are kitting these items together for us, so you can get a mask, sanitizer, these little no-touch tools, various things, all branded, all kitted together, and then you can distribute them out to people. Obviously, work from home has become a really big thing right now as well. So we've been seeing our customers wanting to find a way to say thank you to their employees, to boost morale, just make things a little bit easier for them. So these are just some of the items we like for work from home gifting. Obviously, there's more, but just wanted to give you guys a little taste. Related to work from home gifting, there's the upcoming holiday gift season. And it's just another opportunity to say thank you to employees, to colleagues, to your customers. Let them know you're thinking about them, and just kind of have that touch point towards the end of the year, going into the new year. And, we like to think of gift items as an opportunity to give things that are going to be useful, that people will keep, use throughout the year, so that you'll be present of mind, not just at the holidays. Drinkware, you've probably seen it on a couple slides now, is one of our favorite items just because it is so useful. I mean, how many of us are sitting here with coffee mugs or water bottles or both? So if you pick a quality item and you put some neat branding on it, that's something people are going to keep and use all the time. I really like the idea of getting items that make being at home cozier. Those are always nice gift items. I think they're especially nice this year because everyone's spending more time at home. So anything you can do to make it a little nicer, I think would go a long way.
But also to make you feel like you're part of the team.
Yeah.
When you're working for a bigger company.
So those are all the things that we like to kind of think about when we're putting together ideas for gifting. Of course, distributing gifts right now is a little challenging because we're not getting together in person as much. So we wanted to just point out that packaging and distribution is actually one of our services we've always had, but it's especially pertinent right now. We can do it totally custom. You can tell us what items you want. You can tell us how you want it put together, how you want it sent out to people, and we'll help you out with all or some of the project, which however much you want. Last month, we did a project where we shipped out how many mugs, Dad?
Just shy of 1,000
Yeah.
for a law school for their students who are going to be working remote this year. And the school wanted to make sure that they're all on the same page for Monday morning coffee, which is a tradition on campus. And that's just one of the projects we've done.
Yeah, and that was a case where the customer sent us some note cards they wanted included with the mugs, and then we printed the mugs, added their note card, and shipped them out. But we could do all of it for you. We could do some of it for you. We're working on another project where we're going to produce the item, and the customer is going to mail it out themselves. But there's lots of options, and a lot of our vendors have stepped up to make it really easy for you if you don't want to think about all those steps, and they really just kind of have this all-inclusive program where they'll put together all of the pieces and they'll package it and they'll mail it. They've even put together all-inclusive pricing that even includes postage, which is really nice and convenient. So lots of really cool options from that standpoint. And then since we're talking to you today, I just wanted to remind you that these are all of the services and products we offer. We do a lot, and our policy kind of from the beginning, which predates me, has been that if it makes sense for us to do it, it makes sense for our customer to have us do it. Let's find a way to make it work. So if you're never sure, just ask. We know how to say no if we need to. So there's our contact information. I'll also drop it in the chat here in a little bit. And then I did just want to show you guys that on our website, and hopefully your screen sharing worked. You are seeing my website right now. Excellent. There's a few blog posts up here, the HIT gift guide, work from home essentials, stay safe, that complement a lot of the information I just shared with you guys today. So if you want a further look at any of those products or more ideas, it's all on our website right now. But again, you can always, call or email, and we're happy to share ideas, and then also personalize the ideas. If you have, your budget in mind, your quantity in mind, there's something specific you want to convey to people, let us know. That's where we really shine, is coming up with ideas for things like that. So yeah, and then a quick reminder, I just wanted to let you guys know, Liz mentioned it in the e-blast, but I did drop off some goodie bags at the chamber on Wednesday, I believe, and they include this lovely custom JAG branded face mask, some JAG hand sanitizer. There's a couple other little goodies in there. So while supplies last, oh, look at Liz, she looks fantastic. So while supplies last, you can go grab those at the chamber office.
So wait a minute, you're telling me you treated this just like a normal networking, brought swag to the networking meeting.
Yes.
We just have to interactively go to the chamber office to grab it.
Yes.
Fantastic. You guys are so awesome.
Also, it gave me an excuse to get out of the house. I have 2 babies.
Right.
And this is
an hour away from the house.
Great. You made some great points, Sarah. Just because we're in the middle of a pandemic doesn't mean that the holidays aren't still coming up, right?
Yes.
All these things we routinely do to reward our customers or acknowledge our customers and employees still exist. And if anything, it's more important now than ever. I was just curious, because of where we're all at, does that mean we need to be even more on top of it now? Are you going to be more backed up shipping wise and product wise, or do we have more time this year? Do we have less time this year? What's that all look like?
I would say order early. We always tell people to order early for the holidays because so many people don't. And so the closer it gets to the holidays, the more backed up our vendors get. And I can tell you that at this point, most of our production times are pretty much back on track how they normally are. But our vendors have taken a lot of precautions in their facilities to make sure that their staff are safe. So things might be moving a little slower just to make sure that they're keeping everybody, spaced out enough and not too crowded or anything. So I would say definitely allow extra time. the post office, I have no idea what's going on with transit times there. No one does. So, allow for shipping time, and the usual holiday slowdowns with shipping is still, I think, going to happen. So definitely don't wait. Now is a good time to start.
Let me add that many of our products are produced overseas, and like all other industries that I'm aware of, there are shortages of, through supply chain, raw materials, whatever the cause, that are leading to stock outages with no firm date of when new supplies will be delivered. So be prepared for a second or a third choice potentially if the first choice isn't available. I'm seeing more of that than I've ever seen. And I've been around I've been doing this part of the business for almost 30 years now. So yeah, I've never seen anything quite like this from a distribution perspective. But nevertheless, because we have so many suppliers, we can find a product that's going to be pretty similar, if not exactly the same as what you're looking for in most cases. So a little flexibility on everybody's part really helps. And we appreciate that.
So order early and be flexible. Have a few choices in mind. And that'll set us all up for success. Does anybody else have any questions for the father-daughter duo of JAG Forms today?
I just actually, I know I've done a shout out in the past, but they, well, I was in touch with Sara to do some new aprons for us with our logo on them for the school. And it was really seamless and easy to work with her. And I was really pleased with the product. And those aprons have definitely been abused and used and washed now, especially more than ever. And they are holding the test of time, and our logo hasn't even like faded or anything. Like everything is still, minus all the paint on them, but like the actual logo itself still looks amazing. So thank you to JAG Forms.
Thank you.
I keep telling Sara to use invisible or disappearing ink so that we'll get reorders, but she won't listen to me.
I wanted to give a shout out to you guys for doing our pizza cutters.
Yeah.
And we ordered some more, so we're very excited. Everybody loves them. So we give them out to people, and they get to take them home and cut up their own pizza.
And they work too.
We also use those pizza cutters, like your pizza cutters, and they're the best pizza cutters. And I think I emailed you that they shipped yesterday.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We're very excited. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Beautiful. Anything else for JAG Forms before we get on? Katie, yeah.
A tiny shout out for JAG, just about the quality of their product, and then also the care that they as business owners provide. Like being a close friend with Sara, I'm oftentimes like getting to hear about like, oh, this week I need to touch base with people about Christmas card orders or calendar orders. There's just so much care in what they do and checking in and communicating. So first little shout out for them. So Sara and Jeff, awesome. High fives. And then second is to the quality. I'm literally sitting here with like a slew of JAG products that just we use every day or like weekly for grocery shopping. And it's stuff that's super quality. So if you are needing swag or things or gifts, like speaking to like having the JAG collection of things, they're fantastic products. We have a pizza cutter too. So thank you for the work that you're doing. Thank you.
Katie and Chris, let me just say, if we ever need a marketing agency, you guys are the first ones we're going to think of. You're both great. Thank you.
Chris.
We appreciate it.
Well, wow, boy. So Sara and Jeff, if I don't think you could have paid for a better infomercial than what Katie just did there. So I believe that Liz is recording this. If you ever want to like grab footage, I'm sure she can help you with that. So that's Sara and Jeff of JAG Forms. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being our host today and reminding everybody of what you do for our community and how we can all be a little more appreciative of our clients and our employees. The other thing the Chamber is situated to do today is to, again, help us get to know one of our city council candidates. And so let's let Rachel give us a little talk. Are you ready, Rachel?
Yes, I am. And thank you so much for being here this morning. I see a lot of familiar faces and some new ones, so it's very exciting. And I want to do a shout out to JAG as well, because I did pick up the little gift bag and it was fantastic. And I really enjoyed the cookie that was in there. So definitely go pick it up. So you have your essentials for today and a tasty treat. So well done. And congratulations, Sarah, to you on your little ones. That's so exciting. So as many of you know, I've lived in Lake Oswego for the last 20 years, and I also have had a business in town for the last 10 years. I have a building design business. And with the start of my business, I had one of my mentors, Marcy Nemhauser, who many of you know from Leadership Lake Oswego. She said, the best thing you can do is join the chamber and do leadership. So I listened, and she was 100% right. It was the best decision I made. I made lifelong friends through that journey, and I made friends within the business community that helped me with my business, who helped me with my personal life. Just, you know, with our everyday needs, I need a massage therapist. I need to find a chiropractor. All these little things, the chamber helps to bring us together, and we're able to support one another and find more success. So it's really an organization that is about the and I think that is so important in our community, that we are bringing people together, we are finding a voice together, and that we are making the community a better place. Because I believe our businesses are one of the key aspects of our community. They are often the heart and soul of our community. It's what brings us, you know, together for socially as well as business side. You know, Millennium Park would not be the same without the businesses around it. So I think it's critical that our city supports our businesses and does so as much as possible. I know the chamber and the city, they've developed a bit of a stronger relationship over the past few years. I think that needs to continue to grow. And I think the city needs to continue to reach out to understand the needs of the businesses. And the chamber is an amazing resource to be able to do that, especially right now with COVID. There's so much that the city can do to maybe just kind of ease their policy and ordinances to help ensure our businesses can stay alive. So for example, our restaurants, right now, they're just scrambling to stay open and stay alive. So if we can ease sign restrictions, if we can ease requirements for temporary canopies, those things can really make a difference between a business staying open and closing. So I want to see more adaptability and flexibility within the city to support our local businesses. The other thing I'd love to see the city do is, about 8 to 10 years ago, they got rid of the economic development manager. And I think that's critical that we bring that position back, because that position will be there directly for the businesses. It can be there to work with the chamber, can be there to work with Lake Grove Business Association, and so forth. And if we can have that person who's focusing on how do we support businesses, how do we bring in more minority businesses, how do we fill the gaps in the services that are being offered within the city, not only for the local citizens, but also for bringing in tourists and bringing in visitors that can then help support our businesses. I think that would really go a long way to make Lake Oswego an even better place for us to live and make us a stronger community. So those are just a few things that I think the city could do to help really grow our business community and support our business community. Because as I said a few minutes ago, the businesses are the heart and soul of our city. And I just like to kind of finish that we are really living through uncertain times, and it's really challenging, but uncertainty can also bring great change if we're willing to work together and collaborate, and if we have the right leadership leading the charge. So thank you so much for your time today. I won't keep you because I know everyone wants to get together in the small groups and see what everyone's up to and continue to learn from one another. But again, thank you for your time, and I'd be honored to have your vote. If you have questions as well, please reach out to me. I'd love to speak with you.
Well, thank you very much, Rachel. I think you've voiced some of the things that are critical to your platform and your perspective. Is there anything else you'd like to share?